Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Media Files. So today, no updates. Yeah, I think we've done plenty of those for a little bit. So I figured, hey, why not start doing some DVD and Blu-ray reviews? Yes, by going through and talking about certain films that I figured, hey, need to have a look at here on the channel. Add more content, am I right? So for today's pick, I picked out a classic monster film. And not only that, though, one of the for its time, special effects extravaganza for its time. Nobody had ever seen anything like it. And well, let's just say if it wasn't for Willis O'Brien taking a chance and literally doing very early stages of stop motion animation, I don't think we would have had the likes of Ray Harryhausen and loads of other great animatronics, special effects films. Then, of course, we would go on to have, Peter Jackson and other great, filmmakers and whatnot. But, of course, I am talking about the 1933 classic, the original King Kong. And so this particular is the 2-disc collector's set, which is actually in this really cool collector's tin, which is, I think, very hard to find. I think the last time I saw this tin set was at a I think I saw this at a Bed Bath & Beyond. It was the last time I had seen this particular tin, and I have no idea when I even found this thing. But it's really cool. This thing is embossed, which is really awesome. But what's cool about it is that everything that's in here some of it is exclusive to this DVD set, and the contents of the discs themselves you can find individually without actually having to purchase, the tin set, the tin box. But the tin box is cool. I mean, come on. But what's even cool about it is that it has on the spine there, King Kong, the 2-disc collector's set. There's the top of it there. Of course, the other side has, the bottom has nothing. And of course, the other side has that. Alrighty, so let's go into the contents of the tin. So here we have the film, which is in this really cool slipcase. Now, mind you, this film does have another release of this. Basically, the cover is the same, but the shall I say that then we have cover art there on the inside. Of course, we have Fay Wray starring as Anne. Of course, you got Kong there. But the other edition that's out there that's widely available is basically it's just a repackage or the cover art or whatever. It's exactly the same, but the packaging is just a slip cover, which goes up and down like that. So the contents on this. So first of all, you have 2 discs. You got disc 1. We have movies and special features. We have commentary by visual effects veterans Ray Harryhausen and Ken Rawson, with interpolated interviews, excerpts from Merian C. Cooper and Fay Wray. Basically what that is that it's commentaries that has Ray Harryhausen and Ken Rawson, but they actually have later on interview audio clips that they have inserted into the commentary itself, which is pretty cool. And then we also have Merian C. Cooper movies trailer gallery. And then we have, for disc 2, we have, for bonus features, we have I Am King Kong, The Exploits of Merian C. Cooper, profiles the original King Kong's guiding hand. And then we have a 7-part documentary, RKO Production 601, Making Kong the 8th Wonder of the World. Then we have, of course, original creation test footage with commentary by Ray Harryhausen, which is really awesome. So what's really great about this is that here it is. You have very early on in RKO's library. Produced, of course, by David O. Selznick, who, of course, would go on to produce the Academy Award-winning Hitchcock film Rebecca. Of course, we have, if it wasn't for Willis O'Brien, we would not have, one of the greatest, films of all time. Now, of course, this was released in 1933. Film is in black and white, and which is, I think, awesome. I want to say I think there might be a digitally colorized version possibly out there, but I don't think there is. But of course, it's just a great movie. RKO, very early on in their filming career, but also what's cool about it is that it also comes with some other stuff too, which is really awesome. So we also have, let's see here. Let's see here. So also in the tin, if I can get it out, paper here. So we have an offer to get a free 27 by 40 inch reproduction King Kong original poster, which I think is just this poster, by the way. Of course, then we have the backing there. It's the exact same that's on the DVD case here. Nothing new. But what's cool about it, though, is that here we also have a little advertisement here for Turner Classic Movies. If you enjoy Turner Classic Movies, you can get the magazine. No, thank you. Or you can also get Turner Classic Movies Seen It, which I think I may actually have. Yeah, it's actually right here behind me. You can't really see that little box right there where my finger is. Turner Classic Movies Seen It. So there you go. But what's cool about it is that it also comes with a set of lobby cards, which is awesome. Different posters of King Kong. Of course, you got, looks like 5 posters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 different King Kong style posters there, which is awesome. And then we also have I think this is a reproduction. Yeah, this is so cool. We actually have a small, tiny reproduction of the Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, a miniaturized version of their program. Of course, released on March 24th, 1933 on a Friday. What's cool about it is that the chains are actually embossed there, which is awesome. It's literally a program recreation. I mean, look at that. That is awesome. They don't do this anymore. It actually gives you a program here, that's kind of interesting. That's very interesting. Let's see here. So here we have, let's just go over the program, shall we? That ought to be interesting. So here we have selected short subjects. We have an overture with the Grauman Chinese Theater Orchestra. We have Sid Grauman's prologue, conceived and staged by Sid Grauman. Then we have I want to say this is probably a small, I want to say maybe a small theater production, I think. I have no idea. But it's called A Scene in the Jungle. So we have chapters, I want to say this is probably production numbers. The Voodoo Dancer, Return of the Hunters, Gathering of the Tribes, Dance of the Sacred Ape, The Captive, The Treetop Lines, The Eccentric Dance of the Zulus, The Safari, Surge Flash, Studies in Ebony, The Black Bullet, The Black Ballet. It's hard to read this tiny print, by the way. Gloria Gilbert, America's Premier Dansu, Entrance of the Queen and Her Court, Jimmy Savo, Goodbye Africa, with an ensemble by Alma Travers and Marguerite Robinson, Chilton and Thomas, an Absolutely Individual, and of course the grand finale. So I have absolutely no idea what that is, but I'll have to do some research and find out what that is. But then of course they would go into King Kong. But I'm wondering if that is probably the stage production that they probably did before the film started, maybe? I have no idea. Consider the film itself runs for 104 minutes, so they probably had to fill time and whatnot back in the day. Yeah, so how awesome is this? So here you have, of course, a great picture, of course, the late Fay Wray there. I mean, what can I say? I mean, this thing is just an absolute masterpiece. I mean, it really is. I mean, if it wasn't for this, and also, of course, we have, the famous Kong versus T-Rex fight that happens, of course. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for these guys, taking a chance on this, where would we be when it comes to monster films, Now, I know there is some scenes that were actually edited out or cut out because I couldn't do it in time. But, I mean, what can I say? I mean, this is just an amazing, amazing reproduction. And, I mean, it's kind of cool is that they actually, I was actually watching some of the Peter Jackson journals and whatnot about his love, of course, of the original King Kong. Of course, Fay Wray was originally supposed to do a very small cameo at the end of the film, basically saying the famous line, it was Beauty who killed the Beast, but she unfortunately passed before she could shoot her scene, and that's when Jack Black stepped in and of course says the famous line. But I mean, still though, this movie is just an instant classic. It's so good. What can I say? I mean, if you have never seen King Kong, I highly recommend checking it out because it has been remade a couple times over. Of course, he's more popular now than he's ever been, of course, with the MonsterVerse that's currently out. But, of course, the film was remade in 1976, and then, of course, it had a sequel to that entitled King Kong Lives. Then he would lay dormant for quite a while. Then we really wouldn't see him in live action again until Peter Jackson's 2005 version. And, I mean, you can instantly tell that he has an absolute love for King Kong, and Peter Jackson actually does have the original skeletal mold from the original Kong himself, as well as part of the top of the tower piece. But, yeah. What can I say? King Kong, an absolutely great movie. Definitely, it is almost 100 years old at this point. As a matter of fact, as of this year, it is 91. So in 9 years, this movie will have been around for 100 years, and it still holds up very well to this day. Definitely a movie for its time, but it is just overall an absolute classic. And, if you enjoy not just monster movies, but if you are a film fanatic, it is definitely one that is a must-own, and you can find it just basically just about anywhere. It's very easy to find. However, though, I think the collector's tin itself is a little bit more difficult to find, but I just happened to get lucky and got this thing for a mere $2. So, what can I say? But yeah, which is really awesome, and so yeah, King Kong. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hopefully there's more to come. I got thousands of choices here, literally almost 6,000 choices of different things to show off. Probably even more than that even. Yeah. But yeah, some may be more in depth than others. Some may not be, depending on if I've seen it or not, or whatever, my brain can remember from. Now, because I've watched so many movies and so many good TV shows, and what can I say? I'll have to remember lots of stuff. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. So with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button down below. I will leave you a link down for Amazon for you guys to try to find this. Also, definitely if you can try to find it on on Blu-ray as well. Go for it. But still, I mean, the DVD for me, it still holds up very well. I'm sure it's probably, for all we know, who knows, there could be a 4K remaster coming. Who knows? But yeah. So, all right, you guys. So with that, I'll see you next time. See ya.